Everybody.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Thank you guys so much for taking time to kind of hear a little bit more about My Genius Leads, which is a software that integrates with Facebook primarily. We will mostly talk about Facebook and how to utilize that platform to grow your connections, get more leads, really help your algorithm out, all of the things that will help anybody that's trying to build a business online. But we do also have one tool for LinkedIn that works really well as in one of the packages. And then we do have some innovation and more coming. But just so you guys all know, we're kind of really focusing and honing in on the platform of Facebook. So I just want to introduce myself to you guys. My name is Gina Redzanek, and I have been an entrepreneur and business owner for about 16 years. And my husband and I started in creating our own small business in the fitness industry. And at that point, Facebook was out. I wasn't really using it. I had like my friends that I knew. I would never connect with somebody I didn't know, because that's just, I didn't have that business mindset of how to use Facebook then. My husband at the time didn't want Facebook, refused to get it. But when we started our business, a lot of people said, you know what, that you guys should use Facebook because you can show what you guys are doing at your workouts and gain more interest, and word of mouth is so great. You can advertise. So we really started to use Facebook back then with our small business, our fitness business. About 11 years ago, I was introduced to network marketing, and it was a health and wellness company. It fit really well with what we were doing. And that really opened up my eyes to more online business building. So really, to just fast forward, I have created a lot of success using social media, primarily Facebook. However, I feel like things have really changed from back when I was starting my grind to now. I have also really diversified and out of just only a network marketing company. And I've gotten certified in coaching and got involved in publishing and authoring books and so many things that I really love using social media for. So I wanted to just share how I was introduced to the software, because it's a pretty cool story, and it actually confirmed to me that this software works really well. So I was working on a new book where I was creating an anthology and looking for other authors. And I was struggling because I was trying to go reach other people. Like, do you guys ever feel like you're posting, but it's the same people that sees your post, and you're like, sometimes I feel like I'm preaching to the wrong choir, or this audience is really not my target audience. And that's kind of how I was feeling. So I was taking a lot of time to try to really look for these people myself and look at their profile, send them a friend request, send them a message. So at this point, I'm working on this, right? And I see somebody friend requests me and writes me a message, very casual, very nice. I'm in the business of connecting. I accept. Thanks for connecting. Hope you have a great day. Well, because we were new connections, I immediately began seeing her stories and posts right away. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but as soon as you're friends with somebody, like, you'll see something that they posted 6 days ago. But one of her stories really caught my eye, and it was about automation, about targeting leads, and this is automated for you. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is what I need. So I wrote to her, please tell me about this software. So she did. I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Is there an affiliate side to this? Because I think every person that's building a business and using social media would totally want to do this. So that's how I got started. I ended up having 6 authors for my book because of using the software. So I do want to point that out. I also have connected with just so many like-minded people, got to really clean up my Facebook. And I do have my friends and family, and I do label them, which Maria will talk about. But I look at Facebook as an opportunity, as like promoting your business, promoting yourself, creating content that adds value and that can connect with your target audience. That's how I look at Facebook. So of course I have my friend, my family, neighbors that I'm genuinely friends with, that I know. And then there's all these people out there online who I'm connecting with, who are probably my target audience, who are probably like-minded and all of that. The other reason I know that this really works is because the woman, Sarah, who connected with me, she would have never been able to connect with me without the software. We had no mutual friends. She said, you're somebody I probably would have been kind of nervous to just randomly message, but the tool did it for me. And so not only is it automation and it's creating better leads, and there's so much more we'll get into, but for people who are just starting out or who might not have the confidence or might take things personally, I feel like it's so great because the software is connecting and sending these messages for you. So it kind of takes that worry of rejection out of it as well. But I'm so excited to have Maria here today because she's going to share and really show you, she's going to show you what the back office, what this all looks like, and how these tools work. I do want to just say that there are options to the software, how many tools you want to start with, how many you want to use, as well as there is an affiliate side to this. And it's free. It's a free affiliate program that if you are maybe growing a team and you feel like, oh my goodness, my whole team could use this, you can share it with your whole team. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. Speaking of sharing it, I shared it with my friend Lacey, who has had great results and seeing a tremendous difference in her Facebook and how it's working for her. So I wanted, before we turn it over to Maria, Lacey, if you can just give just some insight on how it's worked for you and what you find so valuable about the software.
Sure. Thank you, Gina. And thank you so much for sharing it with me, because if you are like me and you saw the same people in your news feed all the time and the same people were always seeing yours, put a 1 in the chat. If that was you too, put a 1 in the chat. I know I'm not the only one. So I am a hairstylist by trade, an educator in the beauty industry, public speaker. And over the pandemic, I got started in network marketing, affiliate marketing. And I was getting lost in my messages. I was always seeing the same people. And so I started this software probably 6-7 months ago. And the first tool that I used and got set up was the birthday tool. And something that I was doing on my own daily was trying to keep up with sending birthday messages. And I really wasn't that great at it. So I was like, I'm definitely going to set that up. And as soon as I did that, my algorithm just totally changed. I was seeing all kinds of new people in my feed. Different people were commenting on my things. And so I was like, oh, this really works. So slowly, I was starting to add more tools and get them set up. And I was really impressed with how I had a one-on-one. They gave me a one-on-one to help me get these tools set up, because I'm a hairdresser, y'all. I'm not techie. I am not a techie person. I'm just going to say that. And I was so used to getting everything lost in my messages. So now I go in and my messages, I'm like, I have so many messages. I have so many conversations with new people, so many new connections. And it's really just been amazing. It makes everything just a lot more streamlined. Like I have a system now versus just being kind of willy-nilly all over the place. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. And now we want to introduce Maria. She's like the best of the best. I tell her all the time. But Maria not only uses the tools as a customer, but she's also a lead trainer for the company, My Genius Leads. And so she works very closely to all of us, really, and has just been such an asset. So Maria, if you can just share, like, what are these tools, how they work? I mean, some of these people have probably no idea what the software is and how to work it and all of that.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you. I'm so excited to share these tools. Like, to me, they are the best thing since sliced bread. And just a little backstory on me, I've been in network marketing for in eternity. I don't even know, like 15 years or something like that. And I did not have a warm network at all when I came in. So I was definitely doing everything manually, trying to learn all of the things, trying to find outside the box thinking, ways of gathering people, gathering leads. I mean, I was just, a busy stay-at-home mom that also worked a couple of part-time jobs. And so it was just a totally new realm for me. So fast forward, kind of what set me in the direction of these tools was I was really freaking burnt out. Like I was absolutely burnt out. I was tired of peopling. I love people. Don't get me wrong. I love making connections. I love making friendships, but I was getting lost in the friend zone. I was losing when I needed to connect with new friends. I was just awkward and all over the place. I still did really well, but boy, did it cost my time. I was in Messenger working on Facebook, probably 15 to 18 hours a day. I was not present with my family. I have 6 kids. I have 2 kids with special needs, because I was trying to scale my business and trying to grow and trying to manage a team and trying to do all the things. and it was exhausting. So when I saw this, the one that really stood out to me was the one that manages your messenger and organization. And I remember thinking like 5 or 6 years ago, like, my gosh, like, I don't know if I can keep doing this unless I can come up with a better system. And like, I'm always looking for ways that I can create better systems and help people duplicate, because I'm very passionate about like the average busy person who doesn't have time to grow to a 6-figure business on social media. So that was constantly my thing. And it wasn't teaching Facebook ads, and it wasn't teaching this, because it had to be something that was organic, had to be able to teach people organic growth. And no offense, but like working in the nooks and crannies of your day and working an hour a day without having tools is not very feasible to grow and scale a large business that can replace a job, which many start a business because that's what they're looking to do. So fast forward, this is where I am. I've been using this for about 1.5 years, and I absolutely love showing people how to use these tools in a way that can grow their business, in a way that they can use them authentically without looking like a robot, without looking spammy, with being able to kind of separate and stand yourself out from the crowd a little bit, get way more done in your day. And I'm just going to share my screen and I'll kind of go through a lot of it real quick. And I do talk really fast, just so you know, I get kind of hyper. All right, so you can see what it is. It's a bunch of Chrome extensions up here. It's not just one software where everything is housed. And the purpose for that, I do believe, is so that if there's a glitch with something, it's not affecting everything as a whole, right? So at any rate, it goes right over Facebook, which is fantastic. So you don't have to go elsewhere. But the first thing that I'll show you is the one that's called the connector. And this one is going to send out your friend request to your target market. You can use it with the message. You can send it without. If you're someone that you do like cold messaging people and following that type of style, you can do that. But if you're someone that likes to just send a friend request and let people accept it and then message them, you can do that. If you want to send a message that builds rapport, you can do that. It's totally up to you. It's 100% customized by you. So one example of how you can do this is you can run it on a sponsored ad. So I just pulled this up here real quick, right? Actually, this one isn't even a sponsored ad. This is just a regular post with a recipe for chicken. So I was thinking about some of my friends that are in like Tastefully Simple, Pampered Chef, all of these things. We have people that are using these tools for that. This would be a great example of where to find your target market. Exactly. There's 7,000 reactions, 684 comments. It would take us probably a year, right? Realistically, to go through all that. But because of this tool, we can just click a button and tell it like, go add people who have reacted or commented. I can tell it what reactions I want it to do. If I want to send a message, I can send a message. I'm going to give it an interval. And again, it's going to space things out so that you don't get in Facebook jail. This is all kind of situated around how you run your activity on Facebook. So it really has nothing to do with the tools in and of themselves. So setting it so that it's sending those friend requests out at an interval helps you to avoid getting in any type of trouble. You can send a message that you pre-created if you wanted. You can tell it to look for mutual friends, yes or no, and then you just click run. And really what I'm going to do then, if I was running it on this ad or this post right here, I would just leave this, and now I can go do something else on my Facebook. I can go leave my computer and go pick my kids up from sports. I can go clean my house or do whatever it is that I want. And it's sending out my friend requests for me. And you want to start with about 25 in the morning, 25 at night. So that's 50 connections that you can make. Another place that you could do it is actually in a group. So this was, again, another idea that I just pulled up. You know, if you're looking to connect with, you know, busy moms who like Trader Joe's meals, if you have any type of product or connection that would bring you here, that's where you would go. You would go specifically to groups where your target market is hanging out. And we do actually, if people don't know how to find that, we go a step above and beyond and show people how to find these places too, which is, I think, is pretty cool. But in here, it's the same type of concept where I can just come in here, go down to members of things in common, click a button, tell it 5 minutes. I'm actually doing 45 at a time because that's what Facebook is used to me doing. I don't send a message because I like them to check out my profile and then connect with them after. And I can just click run and it's going to start adding people for me. Again, I can just leave and go do something else. It's pretty neat. It works in suggested friends area. It works on posts. It works in a group. There are just so many ideas that you can use this tool to connect with, like the exact people who are looking for what you have. And what Gina was saying is so true. Like, I don't know, has anybody ever felt like you go down a rabbit hole on Facebook when you're trying to add people? Because that was me. Like I was all over the place. I would start to go look at someone's profile and I would want to go add them, but then I would start scrolling and then this imposter syndrome would pop up and I'm like, oh no, maybe not. Right. And then I would take it a step down. So this has prevented me from like falling into that situation where I'm like constantly clicking on all these profiles to find the right people, and B, taking away that fear that I have of even making a connection in the first place. Like I am, a very friendly person, but I get a little bit shy, right? And I get a little bit introverted too. So it really has been helpful with that. And then let's see, what else do I got here? The other thing that is cool, like Lacey was saying, is birthday messages. So I have my birthday messages set to go out 3 days before somebody's birthday and the day of the birthday. And they cannot tell that it's not me sending it. Like it is my language, my message, exactly what I'd say. It's very, very friendly. I have it post an image on their wall with like their name on it too, which really actually makes you kind of stand apart if someone's looking at their post or if someone else sees it, because their name is on it. It says, "Happy birthday, Maria." And it's just one of those things, like I was able to set it and forget it and don't really have to do anything about it. See, another thing. So this is the one that is my favorite. This is the one when I saw this, I was like, I'm in. Like, I don't care. I was so tired of the Post-it notes and the notebooks and the planners and the calendars and the spreadsheets. And just, I had no problem starting conversations with people. I would get tired of it. But my problem was like writing names down so that I didn't lose track of that person. And that was happening so often. Like I would have to spend, and that's why I was spending so much time in messengers, because I was trying to find all these people that were interested in what I had, or finding the people that like I was planning to ask to take a look at my stuff. And I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this before, where you start building rapport with somebody and you're like, oh, this person's my jam. Like, I can't wait. I want to ask this person, but you're waiting for that right time. And then you get busy and then you totally forget about that person until 7 months later, you see they joined your sideline sister. That happened to me all the time, but now it doesn't happen anymore because I have everybody organized. I actually use a pipeline with my labels so that I'm moving people through a process in order to get to the point of the ask, out of the friend zone a lot faster. I'm using my labels as a schedule so I know who to actually go and engage with and love on their stuff before I even get in their inbox and make an ask. And I do it very strategically, but it's saving me so much time. Like I can get all of my stuff done in an hour a day, just like with my engaging and setting up my tools and letting them go. And then I can go about my life and come back and sit down a little bit later and just answer questions. Like for this call, even like, I wanted to make sure that people I've talked to had information about this call. So I was able to specifically go into some of my labels and I was able to set up a message that is exactly the same thing I would be sending if I manually messaged them. It even inserts their name, and it was able to message all these people for me, right? 47, 5, 2, 8, 8, 15, 12, all to remind them that I have a demo. Actually, that was to invite them to the demo. And then also I had the ability to send out messages to remind them about the demo. So now it's like I'm not having to spend as much time to be in touch with the people who want what I have, right? I'm able to sort and sift through conversations so I can focus on what matters. And when you look at your messenger with these tools, this is the best part about it. When you set them up, you give it the label name you want. You color code it how you want. So now there's no more like scrolling in Messenger to find those conversations that you're looking for. There's no more opening up a message, scrolling up in the message to figure out where did we leave off in this conversation? Did I send them information yet? Do I need to do a follow-up? How many times have I followed up? Like it's all there for you. And it just really creates that space in your mind to have, less mental energy being spent on it. You know what I mean? So that's my favorite part about the entire thing is this part in Messenger. I mean, if you think about it, if we're adding, 10 to 15 new friends a day, we're starting to have conversations with them. We're following up with our customers. We're following up with our team. We have customers that are active, customers that are inactive. We have potentials that are hot, potentials that are cold. Like that adds up to a lot of people after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. But when you streamline and you can systemize a little bit, you're going to end up not having to lose any of those leads that you started a conversation with a year ago or 6 months ago or yesterday. So that's my favorite part, but I'll kind of show some of the other things and just give you a little snippet of what they do. This one right here is actually used to clean up your friends list. So what happens is if we have, 5,000 friends in our Facebook, but 3,000 of them have never engaged with us, like it's hurting your algorithm. And Facebook already decides ahead of time who it's going to show your information to. So the more that you can clean up your list and have it just full of people who are actively engaging with you, the better. And again, like all of the tools kind of go hand in hand, where if you are using the connector to start your messages and you're using the customer relationship manager to do your reach outs, if you're using another tool that I'm going to show you that does engagement for you, when you come in here and run this tool, now you're going to be able to see what's being effective, what's not being effective, who are the people that you actually need to unfriend because you've tried to make those connections and engagements and they're still not engaging with you. So I can come in here and just select a button and then go click unfriend to all of those people. These are my I don't want to do that's my active ones, but I would go to inactive and I can look here and see like we've had 2 messages. They've had no response. There's no point in being friends really anymore. So I can just go and unfriend them. Right. And I'll probably do that for about 100 people a day to just kind of keep my own Facebook friends list more clean. And then it also lets you get rid of the deactivated accounts, because that's something like when you have deactivated accounts on your profile, you can't unfriend them. There's no option to unfriend them, but Facebook is still counting that against you. So now you can go get rid of all those deactivated accounts and clean up. And I'll just kind of showcase 2 more of the ones that I think are really neat. Let's see. All right, let's just look at this, for example. Oh. All right, there's one of them that it's called Genius Post. And what this post does, well, it will comment for you on a post. And you even have the option to message people, and it's based on keywords. So like just looking at this post, for example, this is me sharing about, how we're going to be doing this amazing demo today to help you streamline your business. Well, anybody that dropped information below that said something like info, send me info, please. Can I get the link? Can I get info? Anything like that. I have something that I can set up that would automatically comment to everybody here where it says like, please DM Zoom link. I could have it comment, hey, Pamela, check your inbox. The link is on the way. And then I can have the tool actually send a message to Pamela with the link to my Zoom. That's powerful. That saves so much time. I mean, think about this here too. I used it on a really different type of post. I had a post where it was my, an anniversary for my husband and I had like close to 250 comments on there. And I'm like, I love all my friends and I'm really grateful, but I wanted to make sure that I actually engaged with their comments and that they weren't forgotten. So on every single person, I was able to put like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you. We really appreciate having you in our life. Some heart emojis, some love emojis. And it was able to do that for me. And then that post kept getting traction. Like every post that you put this on, it's going to keep just bringing it back up to the top and resurfacing it to the top of Facebook's newsfeed. I even went back and did it on some old posts that I had a lot of traction on from like months ago. And then I commented on there again and I revived that post back into the newsfeed and was able to set this tool up to keep it just going and going and going. So that one's really neat. And then the other one I want to point out too is stories. Does anybody here do stories? This is really cool. So before I use this software, part of my power hour was opening up my stories and going through my viewers to like start a conversation and message them and see how it's going. Well, now it saves you a ton of time because you don't have to go into those story archives. You have all of your statistics are in here. You can see who are the top engagers with you and you can message them directly from here. Who's interacted with you, message them directly from here. But not only that, you can actually set up the system to message people based on what they do with your story. So more often than not, how I use it is if somebody voted on my poll, I will have it message them. Like you can go in my story and you can go test it out just to see how it works, call info or what's it do. It's going to send you a message based on which option you voted. The other thing you can do is if people are like reactions and you just want to have a little engagement, right? Like, hey, thank you so much for, give me the love on my story. I really appreciate it. And it's doing that for you because, the more things that we can take off of our plate, the more time that we have to focus on income producing activities or personal growth, or even just be present in our life. So that's what's really beautiful about this software is it's focusing on those things that are necessary in order to grow organically on social media, but are time consuming. And if you get creative with it and you learn how to use these in a way that you can still be completely authentic and still look just like you, and not look like a robot, not look like a bot, not look spammy. It's really awesome. And I think that was the only other one. Yeah. So with that being said, I want to make sure that we don't keep everybody on here too long, and I can answer questions as well when we're over, but I want to point out a couple other things. So there's 18 different tools total, and it is, you're not going to come in and like learn everything all at one time. Like there's a one-on-one setup. We help you get set up with the basics. We take you step by step. Okay, what do you need to happen in your business? What kind of things do you want to focus on? And we set it up in a way that's going to make sense for you. And then it's like, okay, I'm ready for the next step. Then we show you how to do the next one. And there are options with different packages. Like we have right now, there is an option to get a special promo that we have for the connector. If you want to know about that, reach out to the person who invited you on this call so we can give you that special Black Friday pricing. And then other than that, the other packages that we have, it is $97 for the trial for the first 30 days. And that comes with a one-on-one setup with one of the master trainers, and access to either like our middle package, which has, I think, like 10 different tools, or our top package, which has like all of the tools. And I'd say the biggest difference between those two packages would be if you want to have access to things to help you grow and manage and run groups on Facebook, to have this feature with the Let Story Drive tool, to have LinkedIn. There is software for LinkedIn. It's a lot less functionality than this, but it does do like your reach outs, your connections, and broadcast messaging. And then also there is a special package right now that we have that is in a pre-launch pricing, and that is specifically for AI. So with that package, I'm just going to take my screen share off for a sec so I can talk. With the AI package that we have, there are 3 different tools that comes with, and it's something that's totally different. I'm still learning a lot of it myself, but the one thing that it does is, anybody here ever use like EverWebinar, do webinars or anything like that? So one of it is called Superstar Webinar, and I haven't even gone in and touched it yet, but I've watched some of the demos of how it happens. But it's going to replace something like EverWebinar, has, some functionality like Zoom. And then the other one that is rolling out in that package this week is for an AI sales bot with a free GHL account. So this normally is like a $500 a month service that you get, but because of what we're housing here and offering it, like it's massively discounted. But with a GHL, the sales bot will literally book your appointments on your calendar for you, and it will use AI and ChatGPT to like close sales for you too. It's very powerful. That also works on Instagram. It'll work on a Facebook business page. It doesn't work on your personal profile yet, but they're working on that functionality. You'll have the ability to like hold your courses on there, to do SMS, to do email campaigns, landing pages, like all sorts of stuff. I've never even touched it yet, so I'm not going to tell you my opinion, but it's going to be awesome. And then the other part of that package that will be rolling out in February, this is a biggie. Anybody here ever like had a group chat with your friends and you like throw your post in there and say, hey, go boost this up for me so that I get some traction? It's hard to keep up on all those posts. Okay. So this thing, it's called Content Engager, and that's literally what it's going to do. It's going to engage on content. And there are 5 different levels of how this is going to roll out, but it can go into like groups and engage in groups, and it's using AI technology. It can go do deep dives on profiles, but the biggest kicker that I was most excited about is the buddy list. So what happens is anybody who has this AI package with this Content Engager, it opens you up to a network. If you would like to, you can have it be private if you don't want people to request you, but essentially you get into a network, and people can request to be on your buddy list, and you can request to be on other people's buddy list. So then when you go to make a post on social media, you can activate this technology, and what it's going to do is start using everybody that's in your buddy list network and commenting as them. Like it'll look like their profile is commenting on your post. So imagine the massive amount of engagement that's going to create, the like instant credibility that it's going to create. And the kicker to this is, sometimes you get paranoid, like using this kind of stuff, like, oh, is it going to say the right thing? Is it going to make me look dumb? Like, these are preset comments that you create that the AI will then be able to generate for those users for you. So like, say I have a post up and I'm, offering something, and I'm telling my buddy list to say, this is an absolutely amazing system. Thank you so much. Like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, oh, you're amazing. Whatever it is that I want to say, it's going to go and comment that for you. And again, everything is released with a time sequence so that we are avoiding any type of issues as well. So that's the content engager. That's the AI package. Again, like, it's just really what these tools are meant to do is help you find leads, help you grow your business online, help you have success, help you have some time freedom.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Maria. Just to also kind of recap, there are different price. Are we not allowed to really talk about the prices because there's promos, right? Okay, so if you want the price list and, you know, to look more into that, you can just reach out to whoever invited you on. But there is a promo, like Maria said, started today. It's for Black Friday, through Black Friday. It's really, really, really low. So if you have like a very low starting point, you just want to kind of get involved as well, possibly be an affiliate, because like I said, it's free affiliate. That could be something for you. Also, the other packages that are more encompassing do have a 30-day trial price that's less. So if you're somebody that's like, I'm not really sure what tools I'm going to use, and you want to like try some for 30 days and then see what you want to keep, that's another option. Or you can also talk to either the person that sent you this, or if they don't know, you can also they'll connect you to somebody. If you want to just say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. Like, I need a new audience. I need to clean up my Facebook. I need to organize it. I don't have time to send birthday messages and comment on everybody's, like, whatever you're struggling with and what you're looking for budget wise. And then we can help you with that. Also, I just want to mention, I'm sure you guys being business owners and network marketers and everything know this, but this is a business write-off. 100%. This is a tool that helps automate and run your business. So it's completely 100% a business write-off as well. So that's good to note and remember when you are doing your taxes. The other question that was in here that I wasn't sure exactly when, and I don't know, Maria, if you know, but I know that we do have plans to expand to other platforms. And I believe Instagram is one that is being worked on. Do you know any time frame on that or plans, or is that just being kind of worked on at the moment?
Yeah, I haven't really been in any time frame. I know that it is a little bit difficult because a lot of people don't want to run their Instagram through desktop versus an app. So that's kind of where the little hang up is there. But with the GHL, again, that one will have the AI sales bot for Instagram.
Okay, got it. Okay. So yeah, from there, like, it is obviously software, it's tools, it's technology. I'm the same as Lacey when it comes like kind of over my head stuff. So I would just in caution, because people sometimes are like, yeah, I want to get this going, and then they get really overwhelmed. So the one-on-one is extremely helpful with a trainer that will help you get everything set up and walk you through it. Like, that's completely invaluable. It's going to save you so much time. And then, like I said, just kind of see like what tools would really work for you. And what I've learned is just to kind of give myself grace. I'm not going to be able to do like set everything up overnight. It takes a little time. And also there's videos that kind of show you how to do it. I don't jump ahead. One mistake I made is I figured I could figure it out myself. And then I was making very little mistakes that were preventing it from working correctly. Just watch a couple minute video. I was like, you know, I'm just, in case anybody's like me with that stuff, I try to skip steps, which isn't good. So I'm just kind of giving that up front, because people who don't do well with this, they just either don't start, they get overwhelmed, they don't do the one-on-one. And so just know that, yes, like anything else, there's a foundation, you've got to set it up. But once this is set up, it's amazing how much time it saves you and how many more contacts and connections you have, and just how much more engaged it is on there. So if this is something you feel you need, if maybe you're stuck in your business, like feeling like you're kind of trying to talk to the same people, it's worth a try. And also cancel anytime. You know, you can use this for a few months and cancel. There's no obligation to have a contract or anything like that. So if it sounds like something that you think that is worth trying out, just reach out to the person that sent this to you. So thank you so much. Is there I think I got all the questions that are in the chat. And yes, Maria is amazing. Oh, the other thing too, I don't know if we mentioned, but there's like daily onboarding. There's just all this other extra training, and there's even mindset and coaching and all kinds of things to help you grow your business that just from being involved in the community that you have access to. There's also a chat that you can submit a question about if there's a technology question you have or something's not working. In your own back office, you could submit a ticket if you're finding difficulty with something and they answer you right away. So there's a lot of support. So like I said, like somebody like me, like Lacey, who we're really not techie people at all, but we wanted to take advantage of this. There's the support that will help you along the way. So I guess with that, thank you guys. If you have any questions, reach out. If this is, you know, something that is not for you, just kindly let the person know. If it's me or Lacey, Maria, whoever, just, hey, it's not for me. Take me off your list, because we probably labeled you as somebody that's interested. So you'll continue to get follow-ups. Okay, guys, thank you so much. If you think of any other questions after this call, just reach out to somebody, whoever, you know, invited you on today, and they'll get back to you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Maria.